in Madison, Maine for today's episode, and we're at the Lakewood Theater. If you live in Maine, you've probably heard of the Lakewood Theater if you're into spirits and hauntings and things like that, because the Lakewood Theater has had a long history of being haunted. So we can't wait to get inside to see what the stories are all about, and to possibly make some type of contact with whoever may be in here, what spirits may be lingering, and show you what it's all about. You ready? Let's go.
So what do you guys know?
We know that the building or the site here was put together in 1901.
Yep.
It was an Indian camp.
Yep.
Your mom referred to it as, and basically been a theater pretty much ever since.
Yeah. What happened is the original building, like the main structure, was a barn, and that was built probably 1884, 1885.
Okay.
Then it was renovated in 1901 to a theater, and what they used to do is they'd bring chairs in, like it was like a town hall, dance hall type theater.
Okay.
So they come in, and it was a cool thing because you see the show, and of course they didn't have TV or anything back then, so they clear the chairs out, and then they'd have a dance. In 1912, 1914, they did another renovation that kind of upgraded it a little bit, looked more like a theater, still kept the dancing, things like that. What you see now is 1926.
Okay.
So the final renovation, as far as a major change to the building, was 1926. We have continued to do upgrade type stuff, replacing sills underneath and trying to keep the building to where it's at. Our latest was we just refinished all the chairs. My father and I'm a woodworker, and he does upholstery on the side, so we pulled out all the chairs and we refinished them, things like that.
They look really nice.
So that's kind of the story of the building. And this again would have been the 1926 renovation. That door to the right goes out to a back deck that's in rough shape, but we had a building collapse in 2008 with all the snow and rain we had. In that room there is our paint room. So that's just a closet in here. There's some neat, I guess you could call it memorabilia, but like what people do, one of the things that kind of started when the stars all came here is they started signing their names to the wall.
Okay.
So you have different things around. You can see different people had put their names, workers, different things. Mr. Perkins was the set painter. Perk was his name.
Okay.
And he was a set designer, so that's kind of where that's come from. So like there's stuff like that's been there since probably when they renovated it, and it just stayed. So there's no exit to here except for the door. It's a storage area right there. Got the light right there. Up there, and I don't know if you want to go up or not, but that's our catwalk. That's where we hang all of our lights, and that's how you get to the attic.
All right.
Up there. Some people say that they see things, hear things, working about up there. Like I said,
so people think they hear people up there that
we've had people say that they've seen people walking up there and things like that. To me, there's so many noises, and I see so many animals and things like that. So it's so, like, even if something did happen to me, I'd probably rationalize it as just an animal. I mean, it could be, it couldn't.
Yeah.
My mother is dead set convinced. We were talking at dinner, and Nancy, another lady here, and things like that, were talking about how they just have had all these experiences.
Right.
I'm like, yeah. The only thing I had is a lot of times I'll go to find something, and I swear to God that I put it right there, and it's gone, and I come back and it's right there.
It's right there.
I don't know if it's just that I'm dumb and I put it down. I think we've all done that, where you're staring at that bottle and you're like, I can't find it. But
well, it's funny because your mom is it Kathy?
yes.
She said the same thing over there.
Oh yeah.
Out in that costume room with all the storage is, that they'd go out there, she'd go look, she couldn't find it, your mom would go out,
Yeah.
couldn't find it, then she'd go back out and there it is right there.
Oh yeah, and I like to think, I'd like to think it's my grandfather or good people, if it's doing, just saying, hey, I'm still up here. I hope so, because if this is all we got, man, that stinks. So these are our dressing rooms. We have 6 dressing rooms and 2 bathrooms. This bathroom has a light, this bathroom doesn't, because I haven't got around to fixing it. So if you have to go to the bathroom, I suggest using this one.
All right.
The 6 dressing rooms. Now, did Mother tell you about the names on the walls and things like that?
Yeah,
I
but
mentioned
didn't
it.
say, well, we haven't seen them. So.
They're all over the place, and there's tons of famous people. There's tons of regular people who hope to someday be famous, and Yeah, see right off the bat, Jeff Bridges.
Oh, wow.
Jeff Bridges is here. There's a ton of famous people who have been here. John Travolta, Humphrey Bogart, Phyllis Diller, Betty White, and Alan Ludden, who were here together as when they were married. I think he's dead now. All kind, Hume Cronin. Basically, what happened was, in order for people to build their resume, this is where they came. So Bogart wasn't famous when he was here.
Right.
He was just a whatever. But then he became famous. So that's kind of where you see all the names. So we've continued with that, and we continue to write our names on the theater. So everybody who has acted in a show here at Lakewood, probably since 1940, maybe right after the war, is about as far back as we go, has signed their name on the walls. Do you want stuff unplugged, or is just turned off okay?
I just turned off.
Okay.
I think.
And the other question,
Sure.
is there any equipment that might start up during the night, air compressors, heaters?
Heating, ventilation, anything like that?
All the heaters are turned off. All of our heaters are set up so, like the heaters in the auditorium and those overhead heaters are all set up to be turned on and off manually. So we don't have anything set on thermostat. So right off the top of my head, I can't think of anything that, certainly there are no lights, any sound equipment, anything like that,
Right,
if it turns on, then you've
Somebody
got me
else turned it
scared. The only thing that happened to me in here, and like I rationalize it, I was cutting on a table saw in here, because it used to be that we did all our work in here. I was all by myself, and I was cutting, and I did something. I heard this big whoosh sound from the back of my head, but I think that if any ghost was dicky enough to scare me, well, I was working a running table saw, so I just rationalized that I did something with the wood, and it kind of caught the table saw blade, but it didn't move or anything, so it was enough that I was like, I think I'm going to go outside. And, of course, the place is creepy. There's no two ways about it. You come out here, and the place is creepy, and you got all the stories going on, so it certainly lends itself to anything. And if there is an afterlife, and I believe there is, and if people want to hang around here instead of going off and doing other stuff, man, the theater would be the place for people to be like that, because it's just life. You know, it's just life here, and it's alive. So. And then we come back down these steps, and we're in the lobby again. If anything, it's a good place to get lost in.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's Mr. Sweat. He's the founder.
Okay.
I hear a lot of stories about how his light's not turned on.
Yeah.
We do have him lighted up during when people are coming in, and people have said that things go wrong if his light hasn't been turned on. There was a time we took his picture down, and it's back up now, so because he didn't like that very much.
He must have had all kinds of plumbing and electrical problems and
He
all kinds of
is.
stuff. And that was that.
But he was quite the guy. I don't know if I would have liked him from the stories I've heard, but I'll tell you, he was a shrewd businessman, because he turned this from a piece of crap into a gold mine.
Right.
So.
Tony and John took the tour of the Lakewood Playhouse, and they learned some things about the history of the location, and also about experiences of some of the people that work here and are a part of the Playhouse staff, including actors and directors and, you know, support staff and people like that. So the consensus right now is, when I asked, is this place haunted? The response was, it depends on who you ask. We have some hardcore skeptics that have had experiences, but I guess they still don't believe that it's haunted. But then you have some people here who have definitely had experiences, and they definitely feel like, yes, it is haunted. So we're about to go inside and set up our gear and spend some time here tonight to try to figure out what's going on. Hopefully we'll come out with some answers. But for now, it looks like we're ready to set up and ready to get started. So why don't you follow us, and we'll get this going. Ready? Let's go. So earlier tonight, you can stop there. Earlier tonight, when I said that I was hearing things back here, like sounds and noises and stuff like that, was I?
You were.
Okay. Well, what happened?
We've been back here taking B-roll footage for a little while. We've been hearing some thumping, and there's a door over here that doesn't quite close.
You guys, that was a knock. That was clearly 2 knocks, you guys. Let's go see, quick, quick.
I'm behind you.
Hurry, hurry. John just went by himself. Turn on light, I need light. Go. Hello?
Right behind you.
I don't know where this
There's no light.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Oh, jeez.
John, come here, quick. There's a door back there. That goes to the outside. Let's see if anyone was knocking at it, quick. The green room. The green room.
Into a shower.
Well, see if anyone's in there, quick.
It's an outdoor shower.
Okay, is anyone in there? Hello?
Just a branch, almost hitting the wall. Okay.
See if it hits the wall. See if it hits. No way. That doesn't reach, does it?
Won't make that noise though.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, wait a minute. You ready?
Yep.
No. That sounded like it was on metal.
It sounded to me like someone knocked 2
Yes.
times.
It sounds like someone knocking on a door like to be let in.
Yeah, so we were saying that the knocks were the door, and then it sounded like someone knocked on a door.
We definitely hear, we know the door is making noise.
No, I
That
know.
wasn't the door.
But it's not a
No, that was-
knock. This door, it's not, it's more
It's
like
thumping.
a boom,
Yeah,
because the window's open in there.
right. And we're
I
standing.
expected, and I need to check one thing. I didn't have time. You said run real quick. See if one of the flashlights rolled off. And
Oh,
it's-
go look, quick. We're debunking this whole time. It sound. We're staying together to make sure that everybody's. What?
That booth just lit up.
What? That's him. We're a little,
Little jumpy.
edgy here. Can you hold that
Yes, ma'am.
while I do this? Okay.
Yep, got it.
Okay, don't go out of sight. Because there's no need to go out of sight.
Mr. Sweat, are you here? Is that you knocking?
Come on.
Is that you, Mr. Sweat? If it's not you, who is it? Can you tell us your name?
You guys, no, stop.
That was this one.
Knocking.
That was this
That's
one.
not that way.
It was on the side of the building. Quick, let's see if anyone's in here.
That door.
Yeah, but I was over there.
No, you couldn't see that.
No, but that's not what that was. It was a knock.
Nope, that wasn't the sound.
Wait,
Hey.
upstairs.
Okay, go.
Is this door open?
Don't whisper.
Hello? I think it might be water on the roof.
Water isn't sounding like knocking sounds.
Wait a minute. Come stand here.
But that's continuous.
There's no. It's knocking. It's purposeful knocking. I just heard whispering toys.
Mr. Sweat, are you here? Are you trying to communicate with us?
Record. Record.
Wasn't that bathroom door closed when you just came up?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It did. I just saw it move. I just saw it move. I just watched it move.
Run.
Jeez.
I gotta make sure it's not anybody in here. You wanna open that door?
I just watched that move.
The bathroom door, John.
The
Yeah,
back.
but they can go down this way.
Go.
Okay, go ahead, Teresa, can you see me?
Are you recording right now?
I am recording now.
Okay, watch from there. Hey, look, the door, the window's open.
Oh, that's what it is.
All right, where's the light?
It's gotta be wind coming in through here.
Yeah, close it.
You definitely feel the breeze. That freaked me out. I turned around, saw that door open.
Yeah, I
I was like,
saw
whoa, that
it
door was
too.
closed when we walked by it. Yeah.
Okay, so we heard the purposeful knocking, which is from the.
Clear?
Yes.
Clear.
All right, phew. But was that the knocking that we heard in the back?
It could very well be. Let's listen, because I heard. Let's listen when it closes. It could have been, because we could hear it over on this side of the building.
Another way to know would be have someone, two of you go out back and we'll open and shut the door.
Okay, well let's do that later, because it looks like we debunked it.
You guys did.
Okay.
Yay!
Phew, we tracked that down, didn't we?
We did.
We should probably go around and just make sure all the windows are closed, so we don't have to track that down again.
That's what that bathroom in the back.
Exactly, that's what I
The
thought.
window is open and it's causing the door to fluctuate in and out and make that bang.
So what happened, we were out back, they had discovered there was a banging noise, and they found the door out back is thumping, so we're talking about that on the camera as they're showing us, because we hadn't been back there.
You guys, why is that still moving?
Okay, we thought we debunked it.
Why is it still moving?
I gotta run down there, that someone could go out the other way.
Go, get down there with him. Go, keep an eye on him. You're recording, Tony?
I am now.
Just keep an eye on him. I want to see you. Why is that still moving?
I don't think it is.
Is it shut?
It's, well,
Is it latched?
It doesn't latch.
I heard some knocking after you did that. Hello? Can you knock for us, please, right now to let us know you're here? Please knock.
Is that Tony moving?
I just stepped, yep.
Okay.
Did John just say something?
No.
Did you hear that?
What?
It sounded like John was responding to us asking the question.
I didn't hear it.
I don't know what, it sounded like a male vocal.
Okay. We need to put a chair or something in front of that.
We put a tissue box.
Will it keep it open?
Yeah.
All right, come in sight, you guys.
Tony, did you just hit this door?
It swung shut.
Okay.
I don't know.
John.
Well, the door opened. The door upstairs did open.
Oh.
I just want to make sure it's open.
So you're gonna prop it open completely, right?
Yep.
All right, so let's debunk. Come on. Let's let's talk about our debunking again. I don't know how to explain that.
All right, so as we were describing what we heard out back, and then describing what we heard out front, we had the noise again. So we ran to both sides, because that bathroom has two entrances to it, to make sure nobody's running in or out. We just shut the window, which is what we thought was doing it, but it doesn't shut all the way.
No, with the one window that was open, it was open like this much, so I shut it.
Yeah.
But there is another one in there that's this far from the bottom of the windowsill, and it won't move. So there's still a draft coming in through there.
A small one, right?
So now we've blocked that door so it's open and can't shut. That way, hopefully, we won't hear any bolts rattling. We're probably gonna go around and check all the windows and doors to make sure they can't make any noise.
I heard a thump.
It was that way.
All right,
Might be that
so
other door.
so we still haven't closed that other window. So let's go back in the back of the stage and close that other window.
Okay, and then we gotta do walkthrough.
Yeah, we gotta walk by, we gotta check every single window we can find. Maybe we can close the door and jump with it.
Yeah.
Watch out for the wire.
Yeah.
Well, that's what.
Okay, I'm gonna put
That-
something against this window.
Oops.
The door.
Okay.
That's what.
What one?
That's what debunking looks like.
I don't know.
That's what ZeroLux Paranormal debunking looks like. When we hear something, we have to track it down to see what it is so that we don't wind up false reporting. But it can still be a little exhausting, even though we expect to do it. We were all up pretty late last night, and we're pretty tired today. So running through the building is a little exhausting. So right now we're turning off. We're closing the window.
The windows themselves appear loose in their frames too. You see?
We're closing this window back here to keep this door from closing.
That one's closed.
I'll stand up from you.
Oh, fearless leader.
Yeah. Wait!
Put a piece of clothing over that one if you want, so it doesn't funk.
Yeah. Just grab another pair of pants.
What was that?
I thought I heard a whistle. Did you hear it?
Was
No,
that
it wasn't a whistle. It was like a almost like a, oh. I sound like you now. Oh.
I thought I heard like a whistle. Who knows?
Alright, let's get
We're
going.
good here, so we can turn that light off.
Okay.
Alright.
Going this way?
Yeah, go this way. You won't be able to see. We'll do house lights last, so you guys can go upstairs safely.
Okay.
Okay, we're at the Lakewood Theater. It is 8:31. We're getting ready to start. Camera I'm pointing at right now is going to be focused on Tony and the flashlight on the tripod. This camera is focused on hopefully all four of us. Tony at the chair. I'm going to be in the lower stands in the middle of the seats. Teresa and Kat will be up on the balcony. There's a flashlight way in the back in the control room, and then two flashlights up on the balcony by Teresa and Kat.
Yeah, because I need to situate these lights. Okay, wait, don't turn off anything else. Just listening to the rain and the sounds that are being made by that. We're about to start an EVP session here. Teresa and I are up on the balcony. Tony's down on the stage. He's manning the puck. And John is in the audience area on the first floor, and he is manning the EFP device. The EFP device should alert him to when there's a sound or a vocal within the EVP range. We're back again tonight. We were here last night. We're here again tonight. My name is Kat.
My name is Tony.
I'm John.
I'm Teresa.
We thought we heard some sounds earlier tonight, but we debunked a bunch of them. We were wondering if there are any spirits here making noises, maybe speaking out loud, who would like to communicate with us? We heard you like to make your presence known around here from time to time. Is there any chance that you'd like to make yourself known tonight? Are you here with us right now? Are there any spirits here with us right now? If there are, can you please... What was that
Are
sound?
you hearing that?
What was that?
I don't know what it is. I've been hearing it for the past 2 minutes.
I'm gonna move. That might have been my chair. If you're here, if there are any spirits here, that wasn't me. That sound was not me that time. I know for sure. If there are any spirits here, can you please holler out your name to us so we can hear you? One at a time if there are multiple. Tony, do you have any names coming across the screen right now? Something just hit our chairs hard. Something just hit our chairs hard, like someone kicked it. Teresa, do you agree?
Yes, I felt a thump.
Right behind us, Tony. Are you behind us? Can you please tell us your name? Tony, are any names coming across on the puck right now?
There was a name a while back.
When I asked the question the first time,
No, the puck's awful quiet. Yeah,
it's quiet.
yeah, it's not really doing a whole lot. It has been. There's a lot of words on the screen, but the name Alice has come up twice.
Is there an Alice here? What was that thump?
I've been hearing a lot of thumps up here to my left.
Teresa,
I just heard a vocal, I think it was a vocal male, and it went
Teresa didn't just say something?
Yeah, she said Tracy.
right, but before that there was a
Is there somebody here with us tonight? Could you please make a very distinguished, obvious sound to let us know you're here? We're not here to harm you in any way. We just want to communicate with you. Mr. Sweat, are you here? John's chair creaking. I'm pointing. I heard a noise up in that top corner. You have a lovely theater. We really enjoy it. We're very honored that you allowed us to come in to speak with you or anyone else that's here. I'd like to say thank you. Could you talk with us? Maybe tell us some stories? We have multiple recorders around here. We might not be able to hear you right now, but when we play them back, we might be able to hear your voice. There is one up by the pit on the wall. There's one over on the stairs, stage left. There's one on the chair beside me. There's one upstairs in the balcony by Kat and Teresa. Do you have one, Tony?
Oh, have what?
The recorder?
An audio recorder?
Yeah.
No, my two audio recorders are all bad.
So, Mr. Sweat, if you talk into one of those recorders, if we don't hear you right now, we might be able to hear it later.
I think I heard that, Tony, from up here.
That wasn't just like a regular door sound, that was like wood banging on wood.
Mr. Sweat, are you back there? You heard a grumble after?
And now I feel a cold breeze.
You're getting a cold breeze?
Yeah.
I can't tell if that's rain on the roof or it sounds like footsteps from down here. Up towards you guys.
Us?
Yeah. So, Mr. Sweat, if you're here, maybe you could give us a little information. I hear there's only one person that you like to turn the light on your picture. What is his name? I also hear you don't like it if they take your picture down. I don't blame you. You should be proud. This is a beautiful theater. What do you like to do when they take it down? What was that? That sounded like
Yeah.
someone just sat in a chair.
You guys just heard someone sit in a chair?
It's kind of what it sounded like to me.
What did you hear?
Like a thump. Like thump.
Hold on. Okay.
It's windy out. I think we're getting. It sounded like metal out back in back here.
Mr. Sweat, if you're here, can you turn on the house lights for us, please? You can do that anytime within the next 10 minutes, because we're going to be here for a while. I just moved. You can do that anytime within the next 10 minutes, because we're going to be here for well past 10 minutes. So I'm going to ask a question, Tony, and can you let us know what the answer is on the puck?
Yeah.
Mr. Sweat, are you here with us? Can you please answer yes? John,
What?
what was that? John, what was that?
You got me.
That wasn't wind.
You sure?
Well, I'm not guaranteeing it wasn't wind.
That was inside here.
It sounded like the wind hitting the side of the building to me. The building, I don't know. It was over on the right side up top near the roof. That's about all I can say.
Yeah, it sounded like up there on that balcony area, but I guess maybe we should, when we take our break, we should go outside and see how windy it is. That's all.
That was like significant. It sounded to me like a chair, or, I mean, it sounded like it echoed from the inside.
I agree. I heard the same thing you heard, and it sounded like something rattling up there.
Yeah, it didn't sound from the outside. Because I've heard the outside sounds and I'm not saying anything about them, but that sounded like it was inside here. I thought it was John moving around.
And it could very well have been inside. We'll have to double check. We'll have to look, because there's windows up there, and the windows are all really loose. We'll have to check them. But it was a significant sound. I am, just so we know, I am getting the word winds coming up an awful lot on the buck. I mean, a lot.
Mr. Sweat, if that's you, thank you. Can you please give us a really loud sound again within the next 30 seconds to let us know that you're here? I mean, a really Thank you. Thank you. Does that do it for you guys?
I'm trying to figure out what that was. Was it
Okay.
a hum or was it a piano note?
It sounded, but was it wind this time?
No, I don't think that was.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sweat. We hope that you appreciate that we're trying to talk to you right now. We want to know more about your theater and your efforts to make this theater possible, because it is a gem in our community. We're up here. Teresa and I are up here on the balcony. John is downstairs in the audience area, and Tony is still on the stage. We've been doing an EVP session. It's windy outside. We've been hearing sounds which half of us think it's outside, and I think half of us think it's inside. But to clarify whether it's spirit activity or not, that was me. I just asked who I think we're talking to, Mr. Sweat, to make a sound that's clearly different, and we just heard 2 or 3 really loud, long hums that we can't determine if they're a piano or if they're actual hums, but they were really long, and all of us heard them. Tony's also getting the word wind and winds, like windy outside, on the puck, on the computer downstairs on the stage. So that's interesting. Mr. Sweat is the individual that started this theater project. Mr. Sweat, are you the only one here? Can you tell us yes or no? Are you the only one here?
Was that upstairs?
What?
Was that you guys?
No, well, I thought it was you. I can't see, we can't see you, so it wasn't you?
Nope.
Tony just yawned.
If there are any spirits here with us right now, particularly Mr. Sweat, if you would like to let us know that you're here, can you please go up to the stage where there have been no sounds and knock on something loudly right here in the front, like on the things that we can see. Close one of the doors loudly, push something over, move something that we can see. Can you do that within the next couple of minutes, please?
The door just opened.
Do we have it on video?
Holy,
Do we have it on video?
both doors.
Do we have it on video?
That video probably would have caught it.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna look. Thank you.
Both doors, Tony, swung open.
Hold on. Hold on. Don't do anything. 1 second. Hold on. I'm gonna get you on video. You got a video?
Yeah, I'm on Tony.
The outside door is just open, correct?
Okay, and they both swung open at the same time, smooth and even.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Sweat. We assume we're talking to Mr. Sweat. If we're not, we apologize. Whoever you are, we are so thankful that you are communicating with us. Is there anybody out there?
I don't see anybody out here.
You can only open these from the inside.
Is there a lock?
Oh, you're right, there's no handles on the outside.
There's no handles. Look at it with your camera. Quick.
Yeah, come out here. We're gonna get it, might get it wet so you can see the handles it. Is that the B-roll?
Yep, no handles. None at all.
Can you check this one?
No handles. None at all.
Wow.
My heart's running.
We can't see that from up here.
Yep, so.
Wait. Quiet. Did anybody just hear ringing?
No.
Okay. No, it sounded like it was coming from over there.
You're gonna hear the door slam.
Okay. Door slamming. We just slammed that door.
Well, wait a minute. How hard did you just have to push that to open?
I had to push it really hard to get it to open.
And is this one on this side latched? It's a separate latch. You have
Yeah.
to unlatch both.
You have to actually push this bar, get this side to open.
I don't know if the cameras caught that, but when those doors opened, hold on a minute, let me, because I can't see, there we go. I just want to come over here with you for a minute, Tony. I'm going to open these doors again. Sitting in the chair, I thought I was hearing noises on this side, but when I heard the doors open, I looked over. You saw how hard it was to push this one door
Yeah.
open? They went like this. Oh, I can't even do it. They
You
just
saw
went-
it?
I saw them open, just like that, both at the same time and stop. I mean, just, and I don't know what I want to do. Okay, I got them, if it was wind, it ain't gonna move it as much as I'm bouncing it, and that's as far as it's going.
Right.
They opened all the way like that.
And they would have had to have been not latched at all for that to happen even.
Yes.
When these doors are closed, I mean, you pull it latched, that door, look,
That's the lock.
Yep.
Hey, can you guys see yourself on the camera? Please flip that screen to make sure you can see.
yeah. So I'm putting my weight on this door, and it's not going anywhere.
The weird part was, I never heard that.
No, I know.
They just, as smooth as could be.
I push on the bar outside. And you're gonna push, there we go. Now it's locked and latched again. All right, so,
That camera up there, I'm hoping caught it.
yeah, hopefully,
Is it looking at the door?
this one right here is looking at the door right now. Well, we don't know yet, we haven't looked at it.
Can you stand here? I'll just go take a peek. See if we can see the doors. You might have to flash them a little bit. John walking up the stairs on the recorder here. Shine your light again. Not you guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Turn it off, Tony.
It's off.
Yeah, I'm not seeing.
What about the other one over there?
Oh, do it again. Oh. Barely in the top left corner of the frame, you can see the doors.
So they're in there.
They're in there.
But, can we see it?
Hold on a minute. Tony, walk.
Here's here.
Oh, turn your.
I'm standing right in the middle of the doors. Can you see my light?
Yeah, I can see your light, but turn your light off
Off?
and turn my camera so it ain't facing you.
Yeah, because we don't have a light back there.
What you will see is the light on the other side when the door is open.
Okay.
So can you see this light?
Yeah, I can see the light.
All right, so when these doors open, you'll see this, you'll see the light go on. Because you can see light come in from these doors.
see the doors without my camera over there lighting up.
All right. So do we have an overkill pointed out?
I'm gonna put one pointed that way.
Yeah, just
I'm gonna move it more to the back of the room.
okay. We just had an experience. Where the side doors of this place just opened all by themselves. They were definitely closed and latched, and the weird thing is there was no sound attached to it. They just opened simultaneously at the same time, as if somebody went through and hit the bars, just pushed the bars gently on both doors, and controlled, pushed them open, and they stopped at the same time. It's just, it's a very unusual experience. It's right up there with some of our best experiences so far.
Wait a minute, not in focus. Okay, go ahead.
I was sitting on the stage and John was in the rows of chairs down in the theater. And all of a sudden we heard the doors just kind of fly open. And they didn't really fly open. We just heard the doors open because we could hear the sound from our doors. And we saw, John said he looked over and saw the doors just kind of opening together, nice and slow, and then they stopped, just about full open. We've been over here, there's no handles from the outside, there's no way to open the doors from the outside. These doors are latched, they're not going anywhere. We checked all the doors and windows before we started this evening, and they've all been latched, closed, and locked. There's no way for this door to be open unless you push on these bars. So that's a pretty significant event for us this evening. We're gonna go back over and sit down and continue our EVP session.
All right, I don't know which way to point my camera, towards those doors or those doors.
I wonder if that door will open again.
Battery check.
I heard that. That wasn't you?
That looked like that was one thing.
Okay.
Yeah, with the snap. We don't have the snap.
Well, the snap is doing this a little while.
Okay.
Can I check these doors, Tony?
Yeah.
Make sure they're locked.
Yeah, get yourself doing that too.
I'm walking down the stairs by the audio recorder. I'll report you.
Well, go ahead, right there, and I got the. Yeah. Yep. All right, so we're just gonna check these other doors. Here you light.
Light?
Yeah. I left mine on the chair.
There you go, headlamp.
Now they can open the doors for us.
So what do we just do?
All right, so we just went around and checked the other doors to make sure they're completely latched. So there is no way for the wind to toss the door open. They would physically have to push these bars right here, which I'll show you I didn't push it again. Step away from the door and keep telling you. So we checked the other doors in the theater in case they swing open again. We know they're completely latched and it can't be a breeze or anything like that opening the doors.
We've just resituated ourselves. Everybody's back in their seats now. We just had a little bit of excitement with the side doors of the auditorium opening all by themselves. They were latched and closed, and John, did you watch them open completely?
Yeah, I kept hearing sounds from that side, and then all of a sudden I just heard a noise, and when I looked over, the doors, both of them, simultaneously swung open evenly.
And stopped evenly.
And stopped evenly, and I couldn't even get it to do that manually.
Okay. Mr. Sweat, can you tell us what the best seat in the house is? Maybe you can drop that seat down or push it up if it's already down and make a really loud sound where it is. Where's the best seat in the house? Whoever's here with us right now, well, it sounded like a female vocal. Tony, was that you? Did you just? Okay, one sec. Sounded like a female vocal right after I spoke, and then those knocks. What did you notice? Who was that?
Not me.
What was that, Teresa? What? I don't know, but it was right here. It wasn't us, and it was right here, right beside us, and it was loud.
Sounded like one of the chairs. Something here.
Yes, it did. It did. It sounded like someone. It sounded like a chair when tried to open. You want to transition over to like the ghost box, or we can actually turn the Oculus on and let it go loud for a couple minutes if you want.
You go ahead and turn it on. All right, we're going to try something a little different. Give them another way to communicate.
John, you might actually have to, because you guys turn off your EFP, you might actually want to, I don't know, sit up there with it and put the camera on the tripod pointing toward you and the Oculus.
Okay.
Are you a male? Are you a guy? I definitely heard that.
Yeah.
What?
Sounded like it came from over here on stage left.
Are you a what? Hello. Okay, stop. That was loud.
That wasn't you?
No. Hello? Stop moving. Hello? There might be somebody up here with us of a spirit. That was a really, really loud sound up here. That just kind of shook us a little bit.
It sounded like doors coming open.
We don't know what that was right now.
That's what it reminded me of. That.
But the doors are already open.
I know.
It sounded like a chair.
To me it sounded like a chair too.
Okay.
Like
That was
someone
true
sat,
thinking.
like someone sat, boom, in a chair, and it came. Are you up here with us? Are you up here? We're moving on to something else, probably the ghost box. It's going to be the last thing that we do here at the Lakewood Theater. We thought we were communicating with spirits in the last few minutes or so, but we're not really sure because nothing really obvious happened when we asked. So we're not really sure what all that was about. There were some sounds behind us here that were really super duper loud. Not really sure what possibly could have done that. It really sounded like the seat was pushed down, but I mean, it sounded like the seat was pushed down within visible range, but we looked over and there's really no changes there. So we'll have to go over the evidence later and see what that was, if we can see what it was at all. But for now, we're gonna take a little break, and then we're gonna wind up in a different location, probably down there on the first floor. So we'll get this stuff done.
Yeah, I'll help her just a second with that.
What happened? Nothing really happened with the ghost box session. I mean, not that we noticed. Sometimes when I go over the evidence after, I noticed that a lot more happened than we actually noticed in person. So maybe that will happen this time. Overall, tonight has been a very interesting experience, especially with the physical, the physical things that happened in here, in this room, not out back, you know, not out of our island, but actually in this whole auditorium area. So we'll be interested to see what we ultimately come up with for evidence, and I think we have some things to present to you. So it's been a pretty productive night. So thank you.